Team Heretics, Wu jump spotting vents a lot. That's an easy pick for CNET.
Okay, Heretics on defense and FUT on attack. We early trip to see if anyone's going to retake B control. We also have a weird wall which blocks off vision of middle and vision from heaven.
Let's see what you've got for us, CNET.
So this and this creates a lot of pressure. Once you take B heaven, you would imagine that they push over towards B. Speaking of pushing over towards B, Dog goes in, spots the trip, they break the trip.
Clear-cut indicator that they are taking mid space, and they've already taken it. Look at Krax's position.
Oh, look at the double rotate right now.
But
Wait.
Who just turned around?
Oh boy, and they had no vision of heaven because they smoked it.
And they've got so much
This
space
is a
on the
sick
map here.
pistol, man. This has been a nice pistol at the moment. Everything's looking good. This still though, 3-person hold from Heretics is kind of scary. But they've created so much space, and they still have 45 seconds left.
It should be the go signal now.
Double sight hold.
This they don't know about. He's already starting to drop down. Benji one, Miniboo the other. He's going to play forward to this one. They're coming through towards elbow. Stunning work from Benji. 2 back-to-back. FUT now dives it on the side, clears it. That's the spike loss. Now Yellow out of captain. A lot to do. And Boo start allowing it. Nice try out of captain.
Sure.
Almost had it.
I still love the pistol from FUT. I thought this was a good pistol. And this is the first round 1 for Heretics, right? First pistol for them. 2-1 altogether.
But Boo isn't taking B main control. Here, what happens? They lose mate instantly. Dog
Benji, yeah. Benji on A site, he's going to get multi-kills.
And they give up B heaven.
That's what he does.
They say, hey, if you're going to go B here, like, what are you going to do? You have to get into the site. You have to plant. You have no main control. We go for the retake. But the fact that you have no one at B main tells us you guys are going A. And Team Heretics is able to stack A. Benji getting 2 perfect kills on that entry. On that opening, I guess.
Yeah, it feels wild that it was that late into the round, but yeah. And again, FUT is going to be tested constantly, right? This is going to be a consistent factor. He's going to have to be up for the challenge.
Yeah, the only thing we got is just bullets on the bullets on the chamber. Smoke goes in, creates pressure over towards B main, like you could cross.
Make sure he doesn't get shut down on. Love an adjustment already. Again, doesn't want to outstay his welcome. You can see they're targeting this. CNED not getting what he wanted so far, and they're going to pivot. Spike is in sewers, however. So that's going to be a long
They don't really have the spike for this one. Getting a good amount of util out though. There's this 4-person death ball in trying to overwhelm.
I don't say patience really, but it's the discipline the Heretics are playing with. They're not taking too many risks here. They're not overstaying their welcome. They're happy to fall back a little bit deeper, make them work for their dinner. It's only classics against you. Say that. There is a headhunter as well. And yeah, those classics can be a little dangerous. All right, we've realized this. But they aren't playing into what FUT want.
Great reads here from Team Heretics, and they're repositioning here. Boo getting to the back of the site at B. It's just mini Boo on A site, but it doesn't matter. FUT is coming into B site, into the setup, into the stack.
Yeah, any kind of rotate on this?
Everything is just
bad. We've got 1 person on site, 15 seconds.
They're gonna have to
yeah,
force
and they can. It's all up to
the
mini
back of
Boo
the site
here.
seconds left. Yeah. This is tricky. It is only a ghost though, so
okay, well they get the plant. Yeah, they get the plant. CNED still has 6 bullets.
Toe to toe, as we've already noted. Krax gets a little heal here as well. CNED still here.
Not saying they're gonna win it, but
locked and loaded.
whoa.
Very ends.
Cheeky little pre-fire.
Yeah, not bad. No kindness in this. Classic still good, but not quite good enough.
Classics are great with the defuse. He has ult though, so Seekers is massive.
Okay damage, but Mini Boo just had a ghost there. Just they are gonna have the Vandal going into this next round. I want to see something different from Heretics in this round. It's gonna be such a pivotal round that if they do the standard setup,
was Fnatic K-Corp. Yeah, it was good.
And then Boo is maybe jiggling
Just
out the
a double
angle.
comeback.
There's a potential for them to get run down. It's not the greatest composition to just dive at people from FUT, but if CNED's able
Still a little
to
bit sloppy
take
from some of the rounds, but
get the really deep line and punish anyone.
Individuals are at least looking a lot better for
scary for Team Heretics.
Fnatic. That's a good sign.
Bonus for Heretics though. So Guardians, Bulldogs, Spectre, Ghost. Oof. That was ambitious from him there.
He went back for the
Back on
punishment.
that one. Mr. Foylan will be loving that.
And that means that there's no smokes for the defense. It's all on the Viper. The Viper orb is at middle, and the wall is on A. So B is going to be very difficult to retake and hold. We might see that ending towards B, even though that's where the kill
boss.
happened.
Wait, did he get... It must have got
Instant
shot, right?
push through
Yeah,
A
it did
here.
get shot.
The
Shout out to
Gods
Benji here.
so deep, they've got to know there was a push up here, right?
Yeah.
They've got to know that
Yeah,
someone's
that was huge.
Oh my
Trying to...
god.
Yeah, they peeled
Oh,
all
boy.
the way off, but they
Timing on
did
this.
not suspect that there's
Yeah,
actual
and they know that this
follow
got
here.
shot, so they have to
Jesus Christ, this
have
could
another
be
way of going
devastating.
for this
It's
trip.
about timings.
And this push
They
is
pulled the trigger on the first, they've seen
incredible,
it
and they
gone,
hit this
he
other
knows
guy
Mr. Folland's
close.
ahead, they've already got contact
Then
here.
Seeker's
Seeker's one, they're gonna
overwhelm.
go on the
Oh,
ropes.
man.
That's the spike.
They
That's the
played
spike.
this
They've
so
got
well in the
much to play with
4v5.
now, 3 of them.
And this
With the backstall,
all
gonna try and
came down
retake
to the
towards
fact that
middle, and
Benji
Christ
shot
tries
the
to get onto it. Slapped
satchel.
back into place by Voot. And now the captain in Yenajay. This is a rotten round to try and handle. Great fight back from Yenajay. The double swing.
Yeah,
but the
man,
damage
what a
is just
lovely round this is. 4v5, they
Heretics.
lose the duel over towards B.
Let 'em
Satchel
know.
goes up towards
That was a
middle.
huge round
Needs
from
to
them.
stick for
3
like,
on the
what,
board.
2
They
seconds
convert
to
the
make sure it
bonus
does
off the
damage, so he
back of
shoots
that
it, so
space
they need
taken.
another plan
That is,
to
you
break
have to
the
wonder,
trip.
is that a communication
And while they're
breakdown?
trying to
What's
work out the
going on?
next plan to
Yenajay,
break the
he
trip,
backed
there's a
away
push
from
over
the dog.
towards
He
A.
knew that all the space was taken from Team Heretics. Did he not expect someone to like move up with it? Did he expect a spawn push? The fact that none of these guys were aware of it, and they're able to get the flank off, the spike down. Oh man, Team Heretics is going to be loving that.
Oh, yeah,
This was a cool round though.
You couldn't ask for a better outcome.
Yeah, I might know this down as a nice
Speaking of
round.
motivation, confidence.
They managed to
it's gonna
buy
be
still?
shattered a
No,
little
it
here.
forced
See
him down
that?
to eco.
He was the first victim of that flank, and he's not having the success he wanted in middle on this chamber pick here. Pace change, going to try and take quickly towards Voot, who's having none of that. Yeah, he takes a lot of damage, so he has to respect it and fall away, but it's not the first time that he's trying to slink away from vents. Cena trying to take the space that was given, but still stall. Trying to take that valuable space, the space that opens up towards the site, still unavailable.
This worked though. The pump towards B pulled everyone away from A. Now the A lurk is open.
Oh, it's a little labored. Good trade though. Still trying to keep this competitive, but Rien's doesn't really like the idea of that. And yeah, he's not letting it happen. Yeah, what are you meant to do with this?
He is fragging
Wrong
out
side of the map.
heavy
Spike.
right now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Picture in Picture, whoever's done that. 10-10. Good job, production. J. Ugh, it wasn't pretty in the end, but that's fine. Job done.
It's a little weird that FUT are doing so many things to kind of set up a certain play to happen,
Yeah.
but then they don't follow through with it.
Yeah.
And I do wonder if there's some sort of issue with the communication. For example, in that round where, you know, they're getting backstabbed from A through sewers, or on this round here, Energy walks up A ramp, he has all that space, they have the pressure towards B. That's going to pull the rotation into these guys towards B heaven, but instead of going back towards A after that, they
Great,
commit to the
Fnatic
fight, they
highly
lose the
going to
spike in the
Shanghai.
open,
With
they
how they
have
look
to
now,
go
not
and retrieve
really.
that. And it
Might get out
pulls
of
them
groups.
into a losing situation.
And the scary factor
They gotta
is this is the
show-
high round,
they
right?
gotta
This is a
show
big
better
round for
stuff,
FUT. They've got a
really.
couple of ults to
Needs
play
to be
with,
more
and a captain
convincing.
And Mr. Folland's. What's the adjustment? Trying to set up Cena towards round. He's got the space, but he gets noted by the flash and forced to TP away. So a bit of a stack towards the A side, but they've dealt with that early mission of exploration. They turn back towards middle. Oh, actually, out of captain the TP.
Yeah, they didn't fully commit with this one. Dude, Heretics are heavy shutting down middle. And FUT don't know what to do once that happens.
Team Heretics just one step ahead of FUT. FUT just so indecisive, disjointed.
This is heartbreaking because you've got to keep into context the season that FUT had. These guys looked fantastic, but they had it all. And Heretics were still, you know, trying to bring us back in line after what was a disappointing Madrid and a couple of losses here and there. Nothing too detrimental, but enough
but that keeps
caused us
people
a
here.
second of doubt, and they're
The
losing on players left and
3v5
right here.
is slightly
They've got at least
doable if
openings, like,
Benji
we've gotta
doesn't
get
get
past this
any.
guy. Wow, he's already seen him. The camera's told you enough. What are you meant to do with this FUT? 25 seconds, you might be able to get a plant. Can you hold it on the retake?
Yeah, and they got no map control.
5 versus 3.
Krax decides to take close.
And they're expecting a
They
little
have to do
bit.
something
Yeah,
like
Heretics
this,
is
but
out.
there
They
is
know what
literally
they want
3
here.
people
If you're
here.
in a 3v5, you want to pick.
I like these off angles though. This is a great decision for FUT to just hold this position instead of going all
Yeah,
the
they
way
gotta hold
through.
some map control, and this guy can just... Does he have a
Both of them
flash?
focused towards CT,
He
towards
can just swing
screens.
off the
Need to
trip
clear
though.
quickly towards ramp.
Trip's gonna
Quick
get
fire on
broken
the
in a
side.
sec.
It's gonna be Mr. Fallen. and Cena trying to almost play the pendulum, swinging back towards supporting
Whoa!
the site. Stunning
Shots,
from
he gets a nade to help
Secured
out his
CT,
team.
Now they can focus on the site. Maybe Heretics won't be able to make that cross so easily, but they made it on the site now. Mr. Fallen.
Wow, man, that's an impressive 3v5. And they really needed hero plays like this. Shout out to them to try and get some map control. Shout out to Cracks, that's a solo
An
round.
example of a round of a team doing a post plant really well and another team doing a retake really well. That was a good example of it. Even though
Yeah,
Team Heretics
everything
lost
was
in
pretty
5
decent
versus
here.
3, I really like how they
Like this,
recleared.
even the smoke's
First,
good.
they
They
waited
took
for the
ramp
push.
fast
Then
because they didn't
they
have
went and
spawn
recleared
control,
the
knowing
mid.
that they're probably going to
Rants
take
cleared all
spawn,
the
so then
lower,
they're
knew
creating
exactly
pressure,
what
like
FUT
they have
was.
to go into
They weren't
this.
able to convert on the kills
Yeah.
because FUT had a great bait setup. Chamber TPs
He's
away.
correct on that.
You know, they
Great.
set up the play, they didn't push all the way
Giant
through.
rounds. FUT needs to be careful because a 1-9 loss bonus
Who on
reset
top of
is
the
going to
snap
be...
there?
I mean, it's
Made it difficult
going
for
to be
them to clear
6-1
out the
if that
site.
happens.
Cracks. I thought he got actually ahead of
And it looks like FUT have given up with
they're
mids,
very diligent
and
here.
their backup is obviously
Heretics
just A
responding
default.
Substantially, 3 players towards heaven. Cracks. Want to be real careful. You can see it, they're waiting, getting proactive on both sides. Trade comes in, Cracks gets sent and running. Actually, tell a lie, they stand and face their maker at that point. Bit of a
Benji,
trade
man.
out, but it leaves the numbers still in the hands of Heretics. Mr. Fallen
Oh my.
can't get away, mini
Yeah,
booth.
dude, I'm telling you,
Puts it to
they
bed.
cannot get anything
Spike
at
gets
middle.
left. And yeah, the J again.
Like, Heretics have won every
2,
single
3.
duel at
I
middle.
can tell you what he's saying right now as well. If I did a rocket like that, that would be 1 damage.
Rien's noted his position here. And they're just swarming the spike. They don't need
He
to
is
challenge
free.
him.
This feels like, and I'm not sure
All the angles.
how those other, because they played it 3 times, right? I don't know how
Enough
many
time
times they
just
actually
barely
just
for
sight
you
hits
to be
without
able to
taking
do this
like
slowly,
map control in terms of
Difficult.
here, but
but
looks
possible.
like never. Looks like they always
To
take
make
mid
a
control.
committed move, and it's Rien's. And yeah, he was perfectly positioned. I
Because
like
Heretics
how
are just
safely
holding
they
this with a
played that.
lot of
The
people,
second the
and no
spike
matter
goes
where the
down,
map control
they're
is,
taking
they
no
just go and
risks.
fight for
And I
it.
think this is
They
where
take early
FUT
A,
is gonna have a
3-person
really
fight.
tough
They
time
want to
getting
take
back in the
middle,
game. They
3-person
should probably
fight.
call a timeout
Yeah, it's
right
gotta
around
be.
here, because if they, what's basically happening is they are a momentum-based team, and it sounds cheesy to say this, and I hate to like bring it up again. But
It's a momentum-based game.
it is a momentum-based game, and you can snowball really easily, but part of it is whenever they start stringing a few rounds in a row, that's when they start snowballing really hard, and it's not really a thing about like what abilities they have or anything, it's just their confidence. These guys are confidence players, and if they start losing a few rounds in a row, they lose that confidence, and it's so hard to regain that confidence once it's lost. So this is the struggle that they're going to have. It's not about strategy necessarily, it's not about game plan, it's going to be about
Anonymous gifter, thank you so much.
Speaking of
Thank you
mental as
for
well,
that.
This is going to be a very
Dub,
hard
appreciate
road
you
for
doing
someone
that.
like CNED now, who's had a fabulous season. One of the statistically better players there has been during this run. Trying to sound 0 to 6, not finding what he needs here. I know he'll want to be able to try and deliver something for his side. He's been on point, but it's not just on his shoulders. I mean, we speak about the young talent.
Doesn't the loser of this beats K-Corp? Yeah. I mean, that's what I got in my pick'ems at least. I will stick with it. I think they have a trouble, man. I think they've been... They're honestly a team that will probably benefit from having not going to Shanghai and being able to create new comps.
They have that single goal in mind. Get to Shanghai.
I think for K-Corp, it's either miss Shanghai and miss out on champs. Sorry, miss Shanghai and go to champs, or go Shanghai and one or the other is what I'm saying. I can't even remember what the hell I'm saying. Basically, I don't think they can go to both. Because they're a team that has trouble mid-rounding, so to cover up their mid-rounding, they make new comps with new strats so that teams can't read it, and that requires time. And if they go to Shanghai, they don't have time for that.
And an actual swing from Rien's, that seems a little audacious.
Too ambitious.
But it's what we're talking about, right? It's and FUT have talked about this too, and this is shout out to the coaches. Let's wait.
Feels like he's in a tricky spot here. TP committed, and now he's pinched.
Yeah, this guy should be dead. Okay. So FUT talked about the fact that when they're taking map control, they're insta-taking it back. And they knew they were going to fight here. The Heretics have been heavy conditioned of, we fight one of these. If they take this, we go fight this. If they're trying to fight mid, we fight this. And FUT put 4 people here ready for them to fight.
I'm not counting him out
if he gets past cracks, game on.
Position compromised.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh man, he looks so scary in these situations. Good round from FUT. Great call out. This is a great timeout. He was so on top of what is going on. He just had so many numbers to punish this A.
Benji's nuts.
But again, FUT.
There's 3 people here.
Just use sheriffs in the gun round.
But it did feel like an overcommitment from Heretics. That pop flash through the
yeah.
wall. I mean, you are leading, and maybe you want to try and establish that authority, make him have to waste all that utility early again. I get the concept, but it is a bit much.
They're going to do the same thing. They're just going to keep just dueling over towards A heaven.
It just felt too high risk and too low reward.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of where, you know, having a lead and keeping that advantage is so important. And like when you start winning,
Yeah, 3 people here. 6-person duel heaven.
Keep going forwards again and again.
Yeah, this is getting
work out
punishing.
here.
This time it feels a little bit better balanced, right? They get the pick, they back away. But that felt like, you know, further intent behind it. 3 players, utility sent in, information off the dog. Everything was right for them there. We look on the rest of the map, and now they're going to have to do this without Yellow Jay. Mr. Fallen trying to find the information for himself, spots him towards CT, but spam.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Careful where he ends.
2 people on site though.
Crack slipping ahead could be pretty good here. Yeah, the flash.
Yeah, this guy needs to get out of there. They actually killed the guy spawn. Keep an eye on Omen. I think Omen TP'd over the trip while this was going on. Yeah, and they have no idea about it. No one was close to even hear this.
Try and make this one work straight up through middle. And apply the pressure. Do they pivot?
This was nice. All the pressure over towards ATP through. Boo is hit early though.
He's gonna get in a position in time.
Doesn't want to use his flash until he gets a kill, right?
Is good. He's gonna catch one on the other side too. Does he keep his life?
Okay, delays so that he can crossfire with his team. This is the OP crossfire. This is what 100 Thieves need to look at.
Boo and Boo need to combine, and it looks like they're already on the road towards that. Gonna take down Cracks, gets another fair fight. Boo on the swing. Nice attempt.
Yeah, that was close.
Now out of all the players, it's gonna
This
be
was what I was
1v2
criticizing
far more
100 Thieves for.
feasible.
There's the only thing they need to change in their split. This is like the Sentinels protocol. Just one here, one here.
But I think Attic Captain might have.
But he's slipped ahead. He's way further ahead. 5 HP.
Oh man, he's so good.
Of course he does it.
That's crazy. Doesn't win the 1v3 but gets the 1v2.
But this one,
Beast,
with
man.
5
What a
HP.
beast. 5
Yeah,
HP.
he's got that one.
Again and again and again.
Can't stop winning, this kid. Can't stop winning.
But I do like the, you know, a ramp fight. This time they're taking contact first. This guy's ready to flash behind it.
A nice round from FUT still.
Instead of just like one person popping through the wall.
Yeah, shout out to Heretics. Crossfire into 1v2.
Really important that Heretics is able to rack up as many rounds as possible. They don't want to just get a few rounds, get a little overconfident, start doing really aggressive stuff on their, you know, as individuals. They need to do some team-based stuff. I like how they were able to just reel it back in right after a round loss.
Weber's had enough, bro.
The word there from Niels. Didn't quite catch it though, did we? A little slip on that one, huh? But finally, there it is. If you round 9. Oh, that's it's a long wait. What'd you get for it?
And he knows that Benji loves spotting from screens and elbow as well. Fight over a B main potential in the next few seconds as well.
Does he get any play into this? Mini Boo. He would need quite a bit of commitment to even get towards that. The flash might indicate his presence, but he just spins on a dime. He takes away out of captain and Cracks. Having to back away from this, having to respect it. Ned couldn't quite spot the player in time.
What does Woot decide to do here? Most people, when they take A heaven control, they never stick around in this area.
Coming all the way back around to A.
Very confident.
Just needing bodies in the right place. Benji gonna note them up towards heaven. They're trying to filter through towards the side, but Benji
Ooh,
not
shot.
do damage this time. Miniboo from CT gonna catch Cracks on the cross. Plant going down.
Viper ult. Does it get close towards spawn?
Stability here for himself as
Do they play everyone out of
That doesn't
spawn?
really help CNED, but it certainly
Whoa,
helps
this is weird.
counter pit to
Viper
throw in.
ult and Viper ult.
I like the positioning from the attackers, one deep in the screens.
Everyone's gonna be
here.
1 HP when they go out.
Yeta J forced out of his own.
Caution here.
Oh dear. Yeta J's fallen. He's gonna get spotted here, but time.
His big
Time is super low.
Just don't know if he's got the time to do much with this. He's got to get moving here. Xena does find one. He's been traded down.
Full
Mr.
respect,
Fallen.
man. Mr.
Gonna get
Fallon's
him a
having
window
none
to
of
work
that.
with here, a small buffer
Dude, he
to
just
play with.
just
Took a
swings
lot,
in the
but
1v1.
it finally got there.
I think 7 of Mr. Fallen's kills come from the A site post plant.
Monkey Meatloaf, thank you for the gifted, bro. Thank you for doing that.
Seeker's backup. I swear, I just saw these
Slideshow.
pop like a round ago. What's
Appreciate
going
the
on?
gifted, man.
But it, you know, it kind of feels like Benji is one of those players where The more of his teammates are dead, the better he is. It's like one of those reverse perks or something.
Nice!
Terrifying player.
That's a bad round to lose for Team Heretics as well, because now they're
What's their money like?
force onto some low buy, no ultis in play.
Yeah,
FUT may be able to
win
pick up
one,
another
lose the
round
next.
back of that.
Obviously, the round that they won before that was a
Yeah, absolute
1v2 with 5 HP, so even he had to rebuy armor. Like, they got no money on this one.
And Heretics going for the stack. The dog going to see nothing.
This is a nice change up from Heretics, though. They know that every single time there's been taking A heaven control. They've given up with middle.
Start thinking not. Seeker's going to come down. How much
Dude,
do
this
they
trip
fight?
is very
None of them
underrated.
went
This
towards
trip is
B or maybe
strong.
at most one.
Hard
They
to
know
shoot.
that A is the stack.
There's like another one that's here that's kind of underrated where you can see him from sight.
Oh.
That's not a good start.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
No, how's he That's a classic. That's Jig dead. They're down to 3, but they've got the sight. It's fine, right? They've got the sight.
I mean,
They've
mini
got the
bougies and
Yeah,
all,
but
I'm not sure
100%,
it's
right?
fine.
Yep,
We got the hat going on the body as soon as that spike's planted.
there he is. Corpse found.
Weapon.
Shorty classic. Okay, they've got one Vandal there. They still got Woot with the Guardian. But you need this round. I can't tell. Oh my God, the utility.
The way the Omen Flash was good, Crack saves him a little bit.
Boo trying to take a fight here, goes down. Nice work from Cracks and CNED. They're desperately trying to keep him in this one. Playing towards a pillar, but they can't do
lovely
any more,
setup from
surely
them.
not. Mini Boo, just with that stinger. Yeah, CNED's
Dude, I even love how Heretics played this as well. One person to go in close in case they were going to Omen Flash it anyway. They just actually kill the person with the util out, but Cracks just fully saves them.
Benji has to go into the retake with just a shorty. What's going
And-
on?
and
Like, at least give
FUT
this man
played
a
this
classic
great
so he can
as
spike
well.
some people, but, oh, that got
Like,
so
they had a
close
good
for
plan
comfort.
going in
Team
with
Heretics
the
were great.
like having to Omen Flash the
Started to that.
Basil, but Cracks is just an
Shorty
absolute god for
how
killing
much
the
you
fast
do.
guy.
Now the Clutch King gets denied once. Timeout for Heretics though, because overall I think they're starting to hit, I don't say a brick wall because they are still very contested.
Think of
rounds.
100 Thieves, what would I say?
They
Dude,
have,
I
like,
was thinking
right?
about 100
Obviously
Thieves
now,
earlier and how they
team
hadn't fixed their
success
B
for FUT.
stuff.
They've got
I'm getting
their
teams
ult in
modded up,
hand.
man. I'm watching
They're
too many
looking
teams.
like they found a little bit of an answer to something here. So what's the response? There's not many rounds to play with left in this half, but still, it's time to pump the brakes here.
I think they're doing a lot of these head-to-head fights over around A ramp and lower A against FUT because they know that FUT is trying to get CNED on that line, seeing if he can get an opening, breaking that Cypher cam, finding out what the setup is, making them invest dogs and flashes to re-clear for info. And I do wonder if Heretics is going to decide to take the fight elsewhere or if they're going to do an even heavier commit into that fight. Like, those are the things I would look for, but Cracks on the other side has Showstopper. So are we going to see something different from FUT? And this is something that Team Heretics needs to kind of like weigh in what they're thinking about. Like, what's FUT
Giving 100 Thieves fans a lot of copium this year? Yeah, dude. I was believing from the Sentinels loss that we saw on
Again,
kickoff.
It's the first
They
opportunity
look good.
for these two
They look
teams
good back then. Still look
lock
good.
in Shanghai. So high pressure game.
We're getting the Cypher on B. This is the
And
first
whoever
time in
loses
this
this, they're
game.
kind of
Every
wrecked for the
round he's
last
been
rounds. So
towards A
important
with
round,
Cameron
Cracks.
Yeah, vast
It's
majority.
all out, and they go back to trying to go for middle.
Benji.
Wait, this might be a really good call from
Yeah,
FUT.
there's pace to this.
Just
Cracks
force
trying to
through middle
isolate
with
him.
the ult, and then
He is
head
actually gonna
over
make it
towards
out of
B
it with his
site.
life.
And this is a
Gonna be
full
spotted
retake.
too. But they've got to relinquish the B-side control. They get to clear the back of sight. But look at the state
Oh,
of heaven. There's
CNED.
a lot of bodies here already for Heretics. But the plant's going to be coming down. Nothing to deny or stop that. So safety in that regard. No luck in play yet. Late presence
Say
from
no
the
luck
team.
in play. We got this guy chilling.
But would be devastating for the defender.
Ollie and
Respawn.
smoke.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Gotta go for this one. Boombot goes down. It's CNED to find two. Yeah, clean work from FUT. Just shouldering this. Perfect combination between Ada Captain and Mr. Fallen.
Chris said their
We
money's
had to do that, and that
completely
was clear.
wrecked, so.
That was a clean round for them. And God, they needed that again. A couple of these rounds are going to rebuild the confidence we were hoping to see from FUT throughout this.
I like the adjustment from FUT there. I think they read, hey, you know what?
Yeah, the
Team
post
Heretics,
spawns are
what have
nice.
been
They save
doing? It's
the
been usually,
they save their
like, blue
trips
alone at B,
for
and
post
they've been
spawn a
doing
lot of
these
time.
heavy
It's pretty
A
good.
fights. They expect us to go A, probably again right now. Let's just go and do a pace change. Let's go fast. I'll be having with the Showstopper. The rest of us connect through B main. And I think Team Heretics was trying to be like, well, these guys have gone A every round. Let's stay and do this A fight.
The
They
Omen
were
getting
heavily
every single
postured
assist
towards A. They have
possible on
Cypher
this.
towards B heaven. They have Viper and Vents.
A 6
Everyone
would
else
be
is
a
towards A.
great
So they
comeback
have a really
considering
big
like
pivot
this
to
was the
fight
score at
either
one
A or
point.
mid, and they lost they covered basically 66% of the map. But FUT went to the 33.
Bad Viper's getting nerfed.
6-5.
Yeah, I mean, you might. There's a world where you see it on this map still. The world where you see Viper anyway, I'll be honest. It's still strong. Even with the nerfs, it's still strong.
Free up the other two players to hit an early rotate. I feel like, considering that last round, if you're FUT,
It's a much needed change, it really is.
Heretics gonna read into that.
Heretics play exactly the same as Sentinels on this.
Gonna be punished very quickly.
They do so much similar stuff.
Not almost.
They kind of do the same as Sentinels, but they at least heavier lean into this trip more.
That's the one.
Which I like, because I think this trip's like the best in the game.
What do they do now, though? They've hit that wall, right? It's like, do we continue this way? What do we do?
Well, FUT also knows that they've lost this A space. Team Heretics took that like immediately in the round. That's why they were able to shift everyone over to B, is because they took such deep space towards A with all the info. They know exactly where FUT is and where they can be.
Very late attempt towards middle here. And they haven't really dismantled the pack of players. They're going to smoke up towards Vent. Maybe look to isolate the fight towards maybe Mailroom or Heaven.
It's just so hard to break. Like, this trip is so hard to break when there's a Viper smoke.
Misposition himself again.
Ooh.
And just got to be careful though. There is pressure. But of course,
20 seconds.
Paranoia gets sent in. I don't.
4 people here.
It doesn't seem to matter
This is
because
done.
Fishy's still watching the angle. Catches out a captain. Miniboo waiting patiently for the timing on the swing, and yeah, he's got it right about. Not pretty, but
whoa,
no. For the second time of asking, that was rotten. As Woot now.
There's still everyone here. Omen.
Still playing off the back of this.
Omen.
The Paranoia goes in, and time is everything. Woot's denied it. That's
Whoa.
Liv. All he's got to
Oh
do
my
is
god. Literally 1 second
Mr.
left on
Fallen
this.
with him.
Okay, I still think FUT did pretty good to get 5 here. Lovely, lovely overall game plan from Heretics though, because FUT struggled really early on to deal with this.
It's almost like we're watching Na'Vi.
They shut down towards middle, had them
really good
lost.
positioning from Team Heretics. I like their proactivity. Massive change from yesterday's game, where we saw them having the information about where their opponents were around the map, and they just didn't do anything with it. Now they're so proactive. They're getting the deep blinds, they're getting the space, they're getting rotates in front of where the enemy is going, and they're there to receive them. The fights are getting so close and scrappy in the mid rounds, though. FUT coming out on top of
In terms of the pistols, 2-1. This map 1-0.
Great positioning and info. Team Heretics is able to close these out.
But FUT aren't disparaged yet. They started to fire up towards the end of that half. There's still life in them. Heretics on the attack now. FUT on the defending side. We go back
Insta Skydog. So wall to create pressure over towards B. Insta Skydog clears all of this. They can get a heavier rotate in over towards A, and UTJ is on his own.
On the platter here, got to be cautious. Going to note the Miniboo's on the other side. Flies
Yeah,
on
dude,
in, takes him out.
no joke. Heretics even still the Sentinel's pistol.
Carry through as FUT isolate and already looks to take back that space towards ramp. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, Zeno got 2 there. Heretics trying to secure CT, and Woot's got to follow up towards Mr. Fallen, and now cracks another captain with a 2 to focus towards ramp.
Oh, the flash was incredible here. Boombot to get info.
Oh my! Oh, we tried to control it at the end there. He really tried.
That's close.
I think it's off the back of
3-1.
that
Pistol
headhunter
gods
from
at the
CNET
moment.
Getting the 2K. That was the pivotal change in that round.
That
because
Omen
the
flash.
energy just fell apart on the site, and Team Heretics had that 5-on-4. I'm surprised that they went so aggressive into screens there, knowing that they had that man advantage. And I think they only did it because they sent so
had
many
no map
players
control,
to the site
right?
early that they didn't have any ramp control or like a late
Anywhere else,
heaven hit or any back. Yeah.
He's getting pumped up.
When Yampi uses it, it's a headhunter, and when CNET uses it, it's a body hunter. No?
Damn.
It's not your best work.
I tried.
Your best.
I'll get back into the work.
I thought that was
Don't
alright,
mind. Just
honestly.
take a little time.
I'm new at this, okay?
Yeah. It's fine. We can do a little VOD review later. You know, go over it, talk it through.
Oi. Pixel gap.
To be fair, Yampi was
Nice.
filthy on it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him back on that. Kind of missing some very like unique agent selections, and him on that was pretty damn good. I almost swore there. That's wild. She was throwing me off. Josh is crazy. For Heretics though, we've got classics. We've got bits and bobs.
One goes spy, and everyone on defense buys up. So any bit of damage is good.
In the crowd. Paid chatter has appeared. I see you with this, is it the little flag there as well? Yeah, nice. I don't know if the cameraman's gonna bother.
Great stack here from FUT. This is going to be so good. And this information from the dog, they only see one, and it is the Viper. So they might not know about it. But
I mean,
CNET
FUT have a
has that
great
line
read
on
until
A.
there's so many
And
people
when
here.
Viper Wall's on B, there's nothing to make them question, has someone crossed the ramp or not? Just the Cypher cages.
If anything comes to this round, I'll be very surprised. As
30 seconds left.
but have everyone here. As you said, reading it very well, being very comfortable, not having any threats.
Yeah, I tried to give a
Problems.
bit more on that.
Easy.
A lovely,
But
lovely round.
what they needed, and Andalusia
But double
flawless
armor rebuy,
here in the
pretty
second.
decent.
Finding the scoreline now nicely tied up. Still a chance of the third here. If they continue on this pathing, decent little bonus for them too.
Outlaw for CNET, so if they're able to convert this bonus, I mean, Team Heretics did it in the first half. This would be really good for FUT to, you know, be able to get back into this. This is their map pick. They picked it for a reason. CNET's on Chamber. You know, he gets his Outlaw, a little bit of a budget off. At least he's not waiting till round 9 for that.
Yeah.
I am interested to see if they're able to get him on a super deep line so that they could get a nice stack again, like last round. Fast main control over at B for Team Heretics.
So this is a bit of a nightmare to deal with. And at one
Showed a
point,
little leg early,
I think
but they're not
FUT
gonna-
probably will be moving this trip over towards here.
They move
Or
CNET's Outlaw
be
all
over
the way
to
around
this
B.
corner.
He's not the one holding the A line. He's the one rotating, but it looks like he's got
Because
a
this is a lot of
decision as he
pressure over
bounces
towards
around
B.
versus
And they're going to use a lot of the Sky Util to get
Threw a
in
couple
for
of
B.
question marks up, right? They had contact towards B main, the flash to clear it, but then didn't connect towards FUT, who's...
Skydog goes out towards A and it
And he doesn't
gets
know
shot by the
level of
Outlaw.
success he's had.
That is a
Benji
shot and a
has
half,
somehow
bro.
gone ahead of that. The paranoia, a little too late.
Yeah, and over towards
He's
B as
being
well.
an
We snuck
absolute
out.
nightmare.
Dude, they're everywhere.
That's not where the spike's heading. It's going back towards B. Boot's trying to clear the site super methodically. He's like, surely someone's here. Guys, they're not here at all. I'm in CT.
At some point, Woot should stop pushing all the way through and just keep his space. But
They got the fear of Benji Fishy put into it. It gets one pick and they're like, guys, we need 5 here.
To be fair, so I think like the one issue with this round from FUT was that, you know, the indecisiveness from
30
CNET
seconds
bouncing
left.
around back and forth, but they're on bonus. It's not bad. Yeah, he gets taken out in the back. It's not bad for them to take a gamble and to like stack a
it's fine.
site. It's one of those risks that you have to take. And it's, like at the end of the day, if you lose the round, not the end of the world. So I'm glad they took it. I don't like how they took it. How they.
Am I still coaching? Nah, bro. Dude, if I was coaching right now, that team would be getting neglected hard. I have literally no time for anything else.
Finally made it past Vu at this point. They get to the site now. And, I mean, yeah, there's not much
What
more to do.
the hell is that?
I don't know how he got that, to be completely honest with you, but, you know. Just
Happy
call it-
little accidents. Is that trademarked? Can I say that?
No, I think that's all yours now.
It's all mine now?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can have that one. That can be your like, little catchphrase. I don't know if it's one of the best, but you went for it. That's on YouTube.
Okay,
yeah, it was a gamble, right? It was a
one
risk,
bullet
and I
connected
think
on this
what you
one,
were
so
kind of
it's a
highlighting
lovely. I mean, this
The
is
logic of
pretty
getting
much the
there
best one you
didn't
can have.
feel great, but again, yeah, it's a gamble. You gotta put some weight behind it. Maybe just hoping it worked out. I'd have liked to maybe bloody hell. Yeah, I'd have hoped they'd maybe pursue the idea of trying to get a little bit more information first, but it's fine. This is the round that really matters, right? We got this coming out. The big, I was about to say the big green. I don't think it is anymore. Probably not his skin. Who knows? You know, maybe
We'll see
it is.
soon.
Yeah. Beyond that, though, this is a pretty important round.
Yeah,
Josh.
and I do
This
think that this
kind of
trip needs
shows
to.
us
I think
everything we need to
the.
see. Where is he going to be playing
I
this
really believe right now that the chamber needs to try and deny this pressure over towards B. Whether it's a trip close, or whether it's holding the angle.
All of mid is just open.
I feel like this stuff just creates so much pressure.
But here's the op on B heaven.
It's such an uncomfy split, though, right? Like, if you're playing on A, you have no vent control. Yeah, I guess no one can push you too easily without being noted, but...
They're going to wait for the reclear dog or flash here. And then they're going to make a decision where they want to go after.
Did he
but
have
this is
any? I mean,
great.
he should have an idea there over towards
So,
Vents.
Two players.
Doesn't need
Usually
to.
you'd
He
see
actually doesn't need to
player
change his
inserted,
angle at all,
regroup
though.
with 4.
They're gonna
They've
walk
got
into him no matter what.
And with this, you can just pinch towards
So they get
heaven,
Vents
right?
control, then they
You
get
got
A
Benji clearing
control.
up here. They probably have some utilities
50
to save
seconds
for the player.
left.
The alarm
They
bot
got a
is
trip
gonna
to give him
basically
info, but the
maybe
rotate's
only
still
take
pretty far away. 50-second re clear of B
these
main
guys.
with the Sky Dog.
Use
I mean,
the
the
dog to
Sky
clear
can
that
rotate
space
out,
to
and they
increase
should have
their
3
order
on
and kind
site here.
of bring over one of the additional players. I think Mr. Fullen's the one to quick rotate.
Yeah,
And then
the timing of
we've
the
seen it
Sky
play,
Dog
you
from
know,
Mr.
wait
Fallon
around
here
a
was
little later
unreal.
just in case, 'cause they could always double pump back through. But as it stands, Heretics get the red carpet rolled out if they can clear sight. Cracks
Holy,
goes down
how
in
does
a
he win
blink
some
of
of
an
these
eye.
duels?
Now gone out of Captain
Guys
Mr.
are
Fallen.
gods,
Like
man.
Fallen was the first rotation. He got to be cheated over early off the back of
Going
the
out.
clearing through. What is going on here? Guys, a fumble. Now I know how Henry G feels. An absolute blunder made in that moment. CNED luckily bailed him out for a little here, but it's a 2v2 still. The time's on their side. The other J makes it over here. How do they clear this back in? That retake with the operator, not ideal.
Big perp.
But
We're out in the
Fruit
open.
out in the open, drifting over. Hey, that'll help things. Rienz, it's all on you. It's a rough position. And he's been cleared. The
Yeah, didn't win these.
makes
Bro,
up
I'm
for
so
what was a
surprised
mess on the side, and they
Minibu
get
won that
things
first
back
duel.
in hand and in touching distance. And
They definitely gave the op
It's
too
one
many
of the
free
rounds
kills
in
there
VOD
at the
review,
end.
you
There.
go back and you're kicking yourself that you let that round slip. Great retake from FUT. CNED catching. Woot repositioning on the site. That a beautiful opening for Minibu as well. It's so tragic how that happened. Benji getting the 2 and elbow. Sky healing mid-battle. Love this reposition here, getting caught in the open.
DM'd Shaq to hire me? Okay, well, let's see if he listens to your DM.
Nothing more to be done with that, but
Thank you, I
a really
guess.
big opportunity to finally take that
Not
lead.
sure I'd
This
want
has
to
been
ever
a good
touch
half
that
for
team
them.
though right now.
Flag still in place though
So,
for Heretics now.
that is
But CNED gets to keep his up.
not looking
That's
great,
a very
man.
key point, and very close to the ult too, so he's got a little bit of, buffer to this now. This is excellent. This could be the tick in the
I'm
box
sure
we're waiting
Shaq's
for.
a pretty crazy guy, man. He
Heretics
looks like
heavily
he'd be
approaches
intimidating, so
patient.
maybe persuade me.
FUT going for a very large presence towards B main. Deep flash, no info off the back, so they explore a little further.
This alarm bot towards A Heaven here is going to protect them from vents, and they only need to spot over towards B Heaven for info on the defense side of things, especially with B main control. But they opt to give up B main, so they have to shift into a new setup here soon.
Into the minute mark now. Very little progress.
Because everyone's
made by
money, bro.
This reclear
One
into B main from
by,
Heretics
one
might-
by. That's it. We've got
Oh,
3
wow.
people that can buy
Dog
next.
is just see the Viper just again, and we've seen Wu just hanging around B main by himself on A hits.
But the problem is there's still like so many bodies behind this. Even though I'd say that Heretics have tried to exploit that a little bit, that maybe they're reading into this. But there's still 3 players here from FUT. They still have presence. Cracks is one of them. An unknown quantity.
He's a lunatic, man. Oh, the reposition.
He's on an island, but he's looking the composed there. Rienz does clear him in the end, but it's down to just Benji Fishy.
Solid.
Trying to play it
Just
up through
straight
heaven.
up
20
disrespect
seconds.
of the wall,
That
and the
spike is
smoke
not
came
to
in at a
hand.
perfect time as well. Good reposition.
What do you do with this? I don't think there's much to do.
This one's chalked. I mean, he could try to take away the op from CNED if he's able to find him, but it's probably not going to happen. Maybe explore a little bit, see if he can find out what's going on.
Huh?
Yeah, get one. If he's able to see the alarm by here, might get a little bit of information about what
Yep.
what FUT CXs
Yeah, 'cause
are,
that's
what
twice they've
CNED's
seen this here
playing,
now.
where he's putting his alarm bot and utility. But I mean, realistically, what we're seeing right now from FUT is Team Heretics keeps putting the Viper wall over towards B with the orb, and the only way to figure out if there's someone walking through is to have B main control, or to have someone kind of like on the left side of the site, back side, or under these like shroud boxes. That's the only way, unless you put an alarm bot there instead. So FUT has to put 3 bodies to defend towards B unless CNED's there. And I think, yeah, it's tough, man. They like Cracks coming through the wall and getting the backstab. They just have so many bodies to deal with that.
It ain't easy. I think
Tropics,
that's why
thank
we're
you
seeing
so
the
much.
timeout now. Maybe off the back of some of the information they found in the last round, a couple of key pieces being identified, but how do they want to deal with it, right? How do they want to address that is really the conundrum. Very tricky predicament to try and figure out. A couple of ults to play with, sure,
Not
but not
doing,
really
man.
the finances to back them up here. And on the other side, we haven't really seen FUT push.
These are the best 2 teams in the EME at the moment?
Sure, but overall, they've
I think
had
so.
the right approach.
Yeah.
Now, we have seen some great success, though.
We'll
after
see
the
how
startups
that
for
extra
Heretics.
team
This
does
would be
in the
first
lower
time they
bracket,
found
but that's
a
where
good
my
answer
brain's at
back.
least.
I'm wondering if they're taking the time out now to decide if they're going to buy and invest into this. They're one off of Seekers. They have Viper's Pit. They do have a Showstopper. So if they're able to get into a site utilizing these ults, like the Showstopper, and then they're able to secure the post plant with the Viper's Pit, we might see a full investment into this round, as opposed to them saving.
What happened to
waiting for the next
Fnatic? How
round,
did they
and
recover?
potentially giving a bigger lead
This
to
is a
FUT.
good
They
example of
also know
pistol into
that CNED's probably gonna be on
snowball.
these
Some
2 lines
individuals
alone
saved
with
them a
his
little
op.
bit.
Are they gonna try to
But yeah, I
punish
mean, the
that,
double
get in the
double
space
comeback's
with
impressive.
the Seekers, with the Sky Flash, with the Dog,
I think they
with the
always
Showstopper.
start on their worst side.
Options
Really
plenty.
confident they always start on their worst side.
A couple of seconds to figure it out. Let's see.
Leo's a god, yeah. It sounded like Leo carried heavy from kills that we saw and comms as well. Comms and calls. Most was saying he was coming for his job. He was just calling everything on Breeze.
So they know where it is. Didn't land its shot, but it was pretty damn close.
So timeout goes in. Money's still a little bit low in terms of the op being bought out, but dude, we're gonna have 5 ults next round.
Big change. I like
Yeah,
that.
this is good though. This is what I was talking about. The trip most likely should be over towards B. So they think a similar thing. The problem is Heretics actually change up their wall. It doesn't create as much pressure. If you get this trip right, it should see early info.
Mine down too. Great timings on them.
Yeah, so much towards this. A little bit of an alarm that was previously invested here, now not around. Benji.
If Benji's able to get one though, he's got his hat. They'll give them the info they need to make a
The
decision.
problem is for Heretics, Flash just went over towards A and it didn't hit anyone, so they're gonna 3-person hold. And this phase, they know that A is clear though. Oh, the rotate's coming in. Maybe. Wait, did he take away the trip? My god, he took away the trip. This guy's to kill everyone.
To an extent, the Energy's going to see enough, right? They're going to call them back, pulling back the cavalry. Maybe they don't need it. The Energy does so well to just turret around on the side. Paranoia. Oh, okay. It's all good.
Yetajay did unbelievable. He did great. Heretics, the actual plan was really nice here.
Sunset's starting to feel like a real reality between these two. But this should be the round that maybe they've been trying to tee up here for the Heretics side on that timeout. Was it just to try and figure something out during that round between? Hopefully, it included this too.
5 ults up for Team Heretics, but not even the strongest of buys because, you know, they've invested a little bit too much in the previous round that now they can't afford full shields. And when, like, you have to use your ults in this round, and it's only going to clench you like 9, right? You're not going to be on like double digits or tying up.
Omen Flash, Sky Flash, Heaven, all over towards B.
This is his.
So much going on.
They're going to hear it. Do they continue? Do they back? Do they try and punish this further? Already presence shown towards middle as well. The dog will be heard. Might even be seen. Dealt with. Where are they going? Question marks are plenty now.
They fought over towards B and body blocked the smoke, so it no longer blocks this angle. Omen Flash is incredible. 4 people here. What a weird round. And this is what? 2 ults in. Cracks get tempted to use his ult.
Sitting in Heretics' hands. Miniboo's position could be very valuable here. Gonna be forced away, but Boo can counter swing if needed. And it's all through Heaven. This is all of the players here. This is everything that they've got, and Rian's already gonna find cracks. They're down to 2. Are you not backing away from this? I mean, you've got money, you've got ults, I guess, but still. What more can you expect to get from this round? They've just drifted away in towards events yet. No real other problems for Miniboo. Beautifully played by Heretics.
And you just walk out. Heretics will be happy with this. They needed this money.
I really like these late game tempo changes.
And
from
what?
Team
Only
Heretics,
2 ults?
Utilizing the splits, utilizing these ultimates. Great usage of the Seekers there after pumping.
Also, wall goes back over towards B with the smoke. So do they put the chamber trip back over towards B? Or potentially the op over towards B?
Finds out where the rest of the defending FUT players are. That's all over from there.
2 out of 5 ults, yeah, they got a lot of ults. They're in a solid spot still.
They still have really good ults. They still have really good ults to make this happen.
True. But there's ults on the other side. FUT have been having these in the back pocket, almost one away as well from having the, the flush here. You've got everything you'd need.
That works.
A Viper's Pit nearly on the horizon. CNED, where do you decide to commit towards? Looks like Vents this round.
Because, I mean, we have a lot of ults, 7. Would they want to go fast?
Quick commitment. Oh god, CNED on a platter, has to evacuate. But Miniboo
Miniboo just ignored him.
Oh, he's found it.
Whoa!
Oh, mom.
34 HP.
Where did that go?
Oh.
Where did it go? Mostly probably in the box, it seems, but that feels a little unfair.
Well, I guess it went through his legs or something.
Hey, last half he got it. Got a kill that shouldn't have happened. This time, doesn't get a kill that maybe could have. Would need a replay for that one to see if the launcher passed or...
So what you're saying is karma's a bitch, right? As Jojo Siwa once told us, the modern day prophet, of course. I don't know what else to say about this round, because that looks like it's just stumped them, right? They're like, well, this is the plan, and it felt really good at the time. Now we're down to 4. We've burnt a lot of our utility. Where do we go with this?
Crack solo hold over towards
I was
A.
thinking, is he going to use Viper's Pit as like a
is
fake on B?
interesting
But
because
no,
it's
it
like
looks
a
he's just holding
reset.
for the regress or
CNED, you would imagine, hits this.
so much split up. That's like a perfect opportunity for CNED to work his
Now
op,
what?
get his pick on Boo, then that smoke's gone.
Info that this guy's
Again
over
from Team
towards
Heretics.
heaven. No cage to stop
Just a
it.
Viper wall to work with.
30 seconds. When does he pop his Razor?
Over delivery.
Does he want to?
That spike is still on the A side of the map.
Where's Spike
He's
going?
made pretty good progress here.
Spike's going
There's
B.
no favorable numbers on any side of the map. Yeah, and that might have just shut the door, but the
This
spike's on the way. They've
is
got to commit.
the good news about
17
this as well is
seconds.
FUT get to keep everything. All of their ults, they
save.
get to keep
Gotta save.
so much
4 ults
money.
up still for FUT.
Keep their guns,
It's gonna
keep their
be 11
util.
seconds.
Like, this is
Close
great
game between
rounds.
these guys.
We'll take this.
11 found FUT. That
Money
start, I
reset.
felt
Everyone
like
can
an
buy still,
all-in
though.
play from Heretics, and the second it just didn't work out, they had nothing to fall back on.
I think Team Heretics is falling into a trap right now where they're walking around a little bit too much in the mid rounds. And that's so dangerous and risky when you're going up against CNED's op and you don't know where it is. Oh yeah, I went a little bit past. It went past him and hit the wall behind. That's what happened. But like, yeah, you walk around in these mid rounds, you're gonna walk into CNED's op.
Yeah, I mean,
you
just
don't
to the
know
right.
Where it is, and that's opportunities you cannot give CNED. Their game plan was good. I like the pace of it. I like the splits that they were doing. It looks like they kinda,
Went
like,
through him.
got their
It
foot
did
off
look
the
a little bit like
gas
it. I
a
think it
little
went to
bit.
the right slightly, but
They're running on
it
empty
looked pretty
here.
close. I agree.
My camera is destroyed.
Just go for the ground shot. Yeah.
Not as telling as they'd like, but still. New looks coming out here, new adjustments. CNED. This
everywhere.
time found early, but he finds himself a victim. That's Benji down. Heretics are just hitting their heads against a brick wall here. FUT want this 12th round. They want a chance at that third map. And they've stalled out middle.
Op shows himself at A, instantly rotates over to B. I'd like him to take that angle on B main instead of B heaven here.
He's got a lot to handle up towards heaven, doesn't he?
He can get easily forced off, flashed
Flash.
off.
Yep, there it is. So first step open, second flash to confirm they've made it further. Seen it.
Yeah,
Mr.
he's
Fallen,
just so confident. It's a
beautiful
lovely
between
flash for
each
heaven.
other.
We're just
We've
gonna
got
kill
there,
everyone.
but, I don't know how much one man can achieve from this. There's still no support coming from heaven. As Boo can't isolate the kill towards CNED, the paranoia is going to catch him too. And CNED's feeling confident now, heating up a little bit.
He's
Boo
crazy
overwhelmed,
confident,
FUT make
dude.
it to 12, making Sunset a reality for themselves and still a chance to lock their place in Shanghai in this game. They've got money galore. They've
Jump
got
peaks, dude.
ults
People are bringing it
everywhere.
back.
And
Cryo was
Heretics
doing it
have
yesterday.
No solution. They've not found an answer to
CNED's
this.
bringing it back.
CNED, the thorn in their side, didn't get his off
I mean,
until like really deep into the game.
The other guy didn't even get a shot off.
It's reaping its dividends. Wu still has his Viper's Pit, but no opening into sights for Team Heretics. They're trying to
3
take the space
chances
and
to
the
end
map
this,
control,
and they got
but
4
once they
ults
have
still.
It, once they've inserted someone, the only time that they can really insert someone that is able to be effective is at middle. These A inserts and B inserts, they're not doing anything because CNED's op is right there to receive them.
Okay, a 3-man slip up towards ramp. One player here dedicated. That's going to be out of captain. There's still the alarm though for CNED as well, so that there is that to keep in mind. They've started to pull over the player. Yedajay, the one to respond. Yeah, noting that, but can they then find CNED? What can they do off the back of this? Benji Fishy going to be denied, but there has been a player slipping ahead.
Dude,
That's
Benji, yeah,
Benji.
Benji nearly tanked that.
CNED's on the wiser. They have
Wait.
found him. Okay, it's the
Oh,
first time.
okay, yeah, and they
An
had no idea that he
assassination on
slips
his
over
life.
towards
CNED's
ramp.
gone down. So they can pause a little here. They've got 55 seconds.
guess
still,
they
a
just
lot
found
to
out
work
it
with.
was
Can they
only
find
2
these final
people
couple
here.
of players? But I love this response
This is a
as
good
well.
reaction over
Straight
towards
away,
B,
they
take a
lose
lot
that
of map
information, they
control.
lose an
And we
idea
got
of what's
2
going on. They take
on
map space,
site.
they take the info back.
UTJ.
But right now,
The
there's
thing
a
is,
lot
that's
of progress
worrying,
being
is
made on the
Atta
other
has
side.
double smoke and flash. 40
Viper's
seconds
Pit for
left.
Yedajay.
He
Wonder if he's gonna
smokes
pop in this
this,
round.
and then he can smoke this.
This could secure the victory potentially, right? That's
I think Ada Captain's gonna bait
30
for him,
seconds left.
make it seem like, hey, I'm alone in the site. Don't clear Yedu.
yeah, potentially. Utility going in, re-ends with the flash here. Yedajay, the one to swing it, and he's gone down in a heartbeat. Got the captain with 2, but there's
Spike
plenty of time
down
for the
A.
plant here. 15 seconds. Miniboo's got that operator to hand as well. He's locking down that line of sight from CT, but they need to get a grip on towards heaven too. Crack's still there, has his ult. Mr. Fallen, no flashes here though. Ooh, Miniboo. Second time of asking, gonna deliver it. And his Crack's left in a 1v3. There we go. Okay.
Much better.
10 found from Heretics, and it does feel like that game of find CNED and maybe we get a chance.
CNED
really
needs
like
to
the
relax
adjustment
a
from
little
Team
bit. I
Heretics
think
there.
once they lose A
Normally what they're
Heaven,
doing
normally
is
the instant
Benji's
reaction
going
is to
towards
just
A, he
leave
has
vents and
Rien's
just
to
go
set him
towards
up,
male.
dog flash, whatever,
And
but this time,
I don't know if the comms were, I don't know what the comms were like, but I think even if there's a small percentage chance, you gotta just leave that.
And he gets spotted. Foot thinks, oh, we've dealt with this. Benji's still not able to get into Heaven. He's not able to flank you. He's still like on ramp. You're chill. CNED getting
Okay, Op goes out. He was tempted to get a judge, but he goes for the Stinger backup.
They just all fall right after. 2 cages on the ramp this time instead of 1 ramp in. Sorry, on lower instead of 1 lower, 1 ramp.
Okay, here comes.
And back to the prod towards A. It's prod A Heaven.
Crossed over. Alarm's still here. Boombot can be invested. Can't hit the shot on the cross. Gonna spot out 1. And a captain. Gotta be careful. It's really left in no man's land, so gonna sit a little bit deeper towards CT.
Lose A Heaven. In reaction, they want to take B main, so Dog goes out over towards B main.
That late exploration towards main
You
does
see
get
1.
noted. CNED, he's gonna get a chance.
Still
to
nice
fix
from
now.
Heretics at the moment. A lot of map control. They insert 1 over towards A Heaven, and then they can take middle.
And one of them actually is a player behind it. That's still gonna be Benji. And do they even consider it? Do they think about him being here late?
That flash caught Woot in B main. This late into the round, 50 seconds left. Foot can't move around. They know A ramp is exposed. They know B main
Like this
is
from
exposed.
Benji though.
They don't know which side Team Heretics is going to go to.
Oh,
Mid's just been
wait,
locked
that
down, though.
that wrecks
Look at
everything.
that. How are you meant to get through
Yeah, because
that?
their original plan was to go up to B
30
Heaven and
spike
split B
left.
here,
Not
and
finding
Viper
any
ult
point of
goes
access.
in. They
They've
got
got
25
25
seconds.
seconds.
They got to pivot, just try and hope.
Melon starts to spring to mind,
Okay,
but
that works out
Benji
well
strikes from
though.
the back.
Then
That's
now
the
this
ult
guy
now
has to
gone,
focus
and B
on
looking a little bit
Heaven.
more vulnerable on this pinch. 18 seconds. They still
Rax
need to get
pops
past
his
the
ult,
ball.
15
Power play doesn't
seconds.
land, so he's still got to do leaks of life. Minibu looking to find
Oh,
Rax.
this
That's
is
devastating
actually
timing.
so on
10
right now as well. They got the ult
Spike
out of them.
come on in.
They got double
Nothing
ult.
can
They
deny
got
that
3
now.
ults out of them.
He was down to the wire, but it's worked. CNED, a chance to be the hero here. This is a lot to ask. Oh, flank on the way. 5 to find. Already look at that positioning coming out from Minibu. Nasty Minibu. You're so
Sick
goddamn
round.
nasty, and you've
Dude, this
worked
was just
so
like a
well.
well-played round from
And
Heretics.
captain,
It really was.
time to back away from this round.
B
And
control
another
into
step
prod over
closer
towards
for
A
Heretics
Heaven.
to
No
being
one
able
fights them A
sweating
Heaven, so they
arms
leave
for
someone
Heretics.
tucked in
Things are
here.
getting a little bit too dangerous. They're
And
starting
then they
to
go
get a
back
rhythm
to
to
try
this.
and
They're
fight
working out what
middle.
you're
Middle
doing.
gets
They
blocked
still, I
with
think,
the
have a
ult.
decent enough buy
Go
going
back over
forward,
towards
but
B, and the guy
still,
that's inserted
you're
can just
getting
go behind and
nervous
kill the
if you're
ult.
here.
CNED got to be
was
kicking
great.
himself at the start of the round, missing that op shot.
Yep.
Onto Minibu at lower A. That one shot, that one kill could have changed everything, but instead, 5 alive.
5 standing. Key ultimates there. Miniboos, Voots, the TP for Boo as well. Not a million miles away from the Seekers. This is watching it back here. Oof.
The ult wasn't great.
Where did Crack's ult go in that one? Not where he wanted, obviously, but... the watch party out there. For the Heretics fans, I'm sure the smiles are coming back on the faces, but for FUT, it's panic stations. You get one more chance to close out in regulation. Now, hopefully Sliggy's got the pen out, he's writing, you know, how many chances there are. If he's not, chat, pressure him to do so. But
Oh my
the
god.
point is, this is going to get rather
What the
difficult.
hell?
'Cause there's
I've
a
been
lot of
writing them the
question
whole
marks.
time.
Bigger picture, not just in the round that's coming up, but how do they plan to use these ultimates? They've got a lot of key pieces to put down here for Heretics.
Well, that's one of the things we saw in the first half is that FUT had a really good read on a situation
do a big
like
one if
this
you want.
where they had Showstopper
You go.
on their raise, and they decided
Like
to
that.
go and do a tempo change, go fast B after showing a ramp control time and time again. And that's what we've seen from Team Heretics here on their attack side is they've been going hard towards a ramp, taking that control with the Cypher cages.
A rare
Sky,
good
and
one.
they're
I
also
mean, that's
taking,
yeah.
you know,
I give you
mini
that. It's
bullets out of
pretty
these
decent.
situations.
Better
So
than
is
the one
Team
you guys
Heretics
have in
gonna
chat.
pull a FUT and say like, you know what, we've been doing this and we're gonna go B instead, or if they're gonna go A, and seeing how FUT is kind of gonna stay one step ahead of that. And it looks like their solution to it is by putting CNED over towards B to stop whatever B hit.
Dude, we
putting
got
more
3
bodies towards A.
ults, and one of
This is
them's the
something we haven't
one of
really
them's
seen yet
raise.
from FUT.
Oh
This is gonna
man,
be huge though.
this is.
Showstopper in hand for Minibu.
Okay, let's see.
There we
Where do
go.
they put
It's
CNED?
OT
Finally,
or it's
CNED goes
map
over
3.
towards B. And they put the trip here so that he
It's
can
the
just
beginning,
hold
but
this early
we'll see what the
info with
gear
the
shift
Sky
looks like
Dog. So
for
that's
Heretics
nice. We've got
away.
2
We
people
go
set up here. Does
straight
the
in.
dog
Minibu
clear
gonna fly
this?
forward, gonna spot his victim,
Oh
but no,
boy.
couldn't connect towards it. They don't know about Cracks.
Damn, the
Perfect
Orbital
swing
was
on one,
incredible
that's
from
Messi
Boo.
to back and
19
forth
HP,
affair.
he survives on
3v3
this one.
now.
Insta re-clear of
Elwanda
A
looking
ramp
at coming in here.
potentially
Nothing
coming
gonna
in.
stop that.
He'll
A quick
brings him
deal up
back
to-
up, and CNED has to
Already
retake
had
with
that
his
time
op.
ramp control.
Last time they did this, they were
Flash
over
clears
peaking.
it. Okay, he knows he can progress now. He's starting to clear through methodically.
Yeah, they do
Nothing
the
connected close to what's
John
underneath
QT. They have a
those
trip on
rafters.
this.
They
Know that they're
they're
going
on the
fast
site
A,
here.
so they have the
What's
trip, bro.
left
It
for
is literally just
Heretics?
a Sentinels
Still a flash in hand,
split.
and not much more. This is so difficult though, but they can be grouping
Do
towards
they,
ramp.
do they
2-1
flash
split on the retake.
swing
Heaven
or?
still kind of held by Cine, but he's got to join with the rest here. Benji Fishy plays ahead of this. Refusing to
Benji's
lose. He
so
wants
good.
OT, and
20 to
CNET
13.
has to do it all now. A 1v3, the flash.
Yeah,
it's
shout out
just
to
not gonna
Benji on this
happen.
one. Big
Heretics back
call.
in the game.
Big call.
Back with a chance to close this out in map 2.
Zarek Val, thank you with the 3 months. Appreciate that.
Team
Bob
Heretics deciding to go
Bob
straight
Slidell as well with the
into
Prime.
the
Thank you
sector.
very much, man. Appreciate the
Teleport
4
behind the
months.
screen to get the backstab off.
And
Oh,
Macadelic as
Energy
well.
away from
Thank you so much, man.
lower.
Okay, 3
Setup with
chances
cracks.
FUT had. And it's all
Which is
done.
overtime.
I mean, they had it.
Hey, we're gonna go to map 3. We're gonna do sunset. We're gonna reset the scoreline. Best of 1.
Yes, this should do.
Team Heretic says nah.
Nah,
What do you say to the god of death?
That goes there.
not today.
Ah, this is a nice spot.
Hey, look, I recently rewatched that too. Don't sweat. I got the quotes down pat. Okay. Oh, this is so up in the air. What an exciting game to decide who goes to Shanghai right here, right now. FUT now back on the attack. Heretics on the defending side. And a lot of intent put towards this early A presence from FUT.
Yeah, and this was causing them a nightmare.
No punish, no
And they
catch
couldn't get
towards
middle.
you. Just playing quite
And
passive
Heretics
on
kind of
that.
realized this, so they
Well,
decide to
safer.
fight heavy over towards A.
He's very
Because they
nearby.
know most likely the thing that was working was
Quite
A
a
ramp.
knife's edge between these guys.
This is similar to one of the last setups of regulation that we saw from Team Heretics with a Cypher towards B and Boo over towards A. Great Cypher setup. Mini Boo with 1 flash left. Is he going to use that for info? Or is he going to use that to fight after the camera, after the trip, after Benji takes contact?
How late is this luck? Like, the
Rotation as
luck is
well.
pretty good
Team
timing.
Heretics knows this is going to be a B hit. Boo getting the
Okay.
better of Yedajay as well. This is
Yeah,
gonna
that's
clinch
very
to
nice.
secure this information.
Do they have to force into this?
They can't
And there might be
progress
4
forward. They've got
people by
30
the time they
seconds.
force into
They've got to
this.
stick the landing. Flash to come in, cracks to get caught.
lovely
Boots
setup,
about to
man.
deliver the
Whoa,
blow
hold-
at the end with
ow.
re-ends, but still, look at this. It's a bloody battle, but FUT and Mini Boo
Huge.
in unison take the lead back after what was a drought throughout this
And their
game.
first chance.
FUT lose the advantage.
All comes down to this. Team Heretics. Great resiliency.
30 seconds.
That trap wire catching.
Heretics,
there
yeah,
on the
they're
entry.
good, man. Even the cooling's
I
really
don't
good on
understand
this.
how
Like,
they're able
they're
to so
fully aware of what was
regularly,
happening first
consistently
half here.
get the good reads on the
And
gamble
the
stacks, the rotations and
the
everything.
hold over
Team Heretics
towards
is so
A
good at
makes
this,
a lot of
and we
sense.
get to sit here
Like, Boo's
with the
calling's
luxury
been
of
really
seeing
good.
everything happening on the map, and we see how
He's just
perfect
remembering
it
the
is.
whole first
But they're
half,
doing
what
this
was going
without
wrong,
that
how did they win
information.
rounds. They're going to go over towards A heaven.
Well, that's a good
Oh,
start
that's
if
a
FUT want to be
nice
able
start,
to,
though.
you know, stay in this game a little bit.
Mini Boo, the scalp you claim. We're taking that every day of the week. They're trying to get a little closer here. Mr.
No.
Fall in.
Oh, did they come up a minimap?
Oh, they're so close though on the burst here. Yedajay doesn't get caught with paranoia as he comes back out swinging. A 1-1 trade still keeps it.
Oh my, the flash was
is filthy for Mr.
unreal.
Fallen.
He's still
He's
alive.
Still holding ground here.
Does
Two in
he
this
just
round
leave
alone.
site and just skydog for his team?
Where is Benji
He's
coming
only
from?
coming for the mid flank.
Oh yeah, but the timing on that, Cracks gonna note him. That's perfect. Benji
Yeah, he leaves over
didn't
towards his
fall for it, and then
skydog.
pausing for
Skydog
a
to
second. They wanna try and
skydog.
find that pick, maybe even this back up to a 3v3. But for FUT, they've got to keep their composure as well. Trying to deal with this slippery. Oh wait, what? Cracks got caught like that. They had no idea. And a captain responds in kind, and now it's all down to
Mr.
one.
Fallon
Benji
has
does
played
well.
an absolute
This might be it, but
outrageously good round
it
here,
feels
though.
like I've said this before.
That
40
savior
seconds,
flash he did when tucked into the
One
corner
man
was
Still
everything.
alive.
This is going to be more difficult than the other 1v3s that Benji traditionally finds himself in, because normally it's like
Yeah,
one
and they're
player
here
alone that
so
he's able to
early.
isolate first before he deals with the other two. But now across the map, he's going to be beat to this rotation as well.
Oh my god, do you double swing that? Do you dare risk it? They do, FUT. But life
Okay,
on
we'll
the
go
line
again.
to tie this one back, all even. 13 to 13, we go again.
Blinded. Finish.
What a round.
These flashes.
One enemy remaining.
We're getting into these like super deep mind games, the mental warfare, figuring out which way, like how you're
this
gonna,
was
like,
working again for
anti-strat
FUT,
do this whole
and
meta game.
looks like
Against
Heretics
their
are in
enemy.
for
Oh, we've shown this, so we're gonna do this, but they're gonna think
kind of
that,
vision
so we're
block
gonna do this
here.
other thing instead. We're just seeing it from both teams at the moment.
OT just becomes mad. It always does. It just loses any touch of reality.
Yeah, and as soon as that flash hits, they think that someone's holding this smoke, so they can't disrespect it.
Presence in mid. Deep enough that it will note CNED, at least for a second. Back away from this, has to respect the little even exchange, but they've chosen the challenge towards the A site, at least so it seems. A lot of pressure on their shoulders, so they do continue.
Now they
to
lose
command.
A heaven. They
Quite
retake
vulnerable,
B control.
and it is a 4-1
And
stack.
Woot is doing his best Celsius
Really deep
impression.
being pressure here. Paranoia
just
invested
floating
into it
around
after
middle.
Skyflash as well, and FUT knows, they know that here is the heavy
Benji
aggression
has to
towards
do a
B.
lot here.
Let's go A fast. A is going to be weak, but Benji's got
Benji's
two
gotta kill one.
trips. Make that one after one gets taken out. He's still got his cage.
That's all got
He's
now,
doing
though. He
good
wants
though.
more.
We
The
got
team's
double
on the way,
heaven
but
to
he
help
is
him
in
out.
danger.
CNED's on
Paranoia
top of
coming.
it maybe.
Heretics are there. Benji's good for one. He's good for two. He's still standing. Oh, this guy is just out of this world. He keeps going.
Oh man, Benji. That was ridiculous, dude. He has to kill one. He delays for everyone to get over towards heaven. He gets 4. He's so good on A site. You actually don't want to go A site if he's here.
1, 2, 3 on fish. 1, 2, 3, 4 in this round.
This guy is something else. They had everything there. If you're a FUT, if you're a fan of FUT, it's like going, brilliant, cool. You know, we've read this correctly. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's just wild.
And they get
because
the
that's it. We
timeout to
get the
potentially
luxury
end
to
this.
see it
Let's
in
see
front
what
of us, right? They chose
the
correct
coaches
side.
have got.
They made the right call on that. A little bit of a test towards middle. They hit maybe a little late because their rotations were there, but sure, they still had a good opportunity. And then it's like, oh, Benji's gone and.
Yeah, I think FUT did miss the timing by just a few seconds there. As soon
They're
as they
gonna-
hear the Skyflash
I think they had
paranoia,
to.
all
I think
these
they had
things
to
have been
disrespect
towards
the
B main.
cage,
I feel like
but
that
that's
needs to be an
scary, man.
instant
You
reaction
can't
where
really. The
just
problem is you can't really
beelining it
disrespect
as
anything
fast
from the
as they can,
cipher.
because the rotation from all the way in, like inside B main, all the way back up,
delay
through
is too
spawn,
good.
through heaven, and out to flood before you're able to get through sewers back into A. The attacker should be winning that by like a few seconds. So FUT, too much indecision there, leading to their downfall. And this is great from Team Heretics as well. We see them proactive, getting this info, getting the rotation, and by the time FUT is able to hit A, it's not just like the trickle lemming fest that we saw yesterday. Today, they're together. One's coming out to the left, one's coming out to the right. Benji's locking down his ground in the site.
There was a timeout. They actually get the timeout to maybe
They got the
address
timeout.
this side. There has been
Yeah,
a
and they
problem.
put the wall.
For FUT, they had a chance to talk as well.
Put the
It's a
wall back
pacey start
towards
from
A.
Heretics. No subtlety to the show towards B, potentially a
Double
show of
cage to
strength,
block
but
heaven.
they're not gonna commit
B
directly
control.
behind it. Maybe just looking to
Question
try
mark
and
created.
tease a little bit of a response, tempt FUT to over-analyze and try and find information where it may not reside, and CNED. Ooh. I think he spotted him there. 'Cause
Yeah, I mean
CNED's
that guy
causing
comes up
something.
on minimap.
It's just that 1-3-1 again here from Heretics, but what's the end goal, the end destination? FUT need this round, or it's all for naught. This is everything that they've been eyeing up here to confirm, to lock in, to send themselves. with a
Flash goes
chance
over
on
towards
Sunset
B,
to
hits
then
no one B, so
potentially
this
Shanghai.
3-person hold is going to
But
stay
Heretics
here.
now one round away.
Rip in heaven.
Spam, the flash.
Oh, this nade.
all pressure.
Oh god, he's too good, man. Alright,
This
give
kid
him
just
it.
keeps winning. He
Just
keeps
give him
winning.
it.
And now Anacaptain needs to bail him out. He needs a big couple of kills here. A little bit of a pre-fire on the pillar. They know his position. Yeah, perfect from Anacaptain. More.
Oh,
Does
he gets
more?
out.
He gets away, and if anything,
Could
that's
have done
incredibly
enough though,
impressive
right,
considering
Benji?
the state of affairs on the site.
3 versus 3 in this post plant.
Toxins going up.
OT or GG. FUT, show us what you're made of here. This is the moment to do it. Can you claw this one back?
No flashes for Mr. Fallen. Off angle and
Difficult.
elbow.
And look at Woot, he's already getting aggressive. They're playing a little further ahead here. They're keeping space on the side. They're going to make them work for this. They're gonna try
Molly's
and take every
incredible.
step.
Did Atta
Laborious
beat
in
it?
its approach. Rienne's back to the site, holding towards elbow.
Time's
The
kinda
time
low.
is ticking, and they got to get a move on. Rienne's and Woot just posting them.
Damn, the boys.
Heretics now.
The boys
With a
did it.
second
Okay, back to back,
chance
man.
at the
Masters
international
and
stage.
Shanghai.
Madrid was was a nightmare.
That was impressive. Dude, FUT had the chances. 3 of them.
Magic. These boys wanted a chance. They've got it again. Incredible work from them here, Josh, considering